The Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness, or BWCAW for short, is a 1.09 million acre wilderness area within the Superior National Forest. A mixture of forest, glacial lakes, and streams, the BWCAW's preservation as a primitive wilderness began in the 1900s and culminated in the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness Act of 1978. It is a popular destination for canoeing, hiking, and fishing, and is one of the most visited wildernesses in the United States. This man right here, Keith Mickelson, or what most know him as, Mick. He's taken countless trips up to the Boundary Waters and never once hesitated to include whoever thought could make the trip. Friends, relatives, neighbors, kids, whoever. Mick has, in one way or another, had an impact on each and every one of these guys in this picture. Whether it be a father, father-in-law, a second father, a second grandpa, or even a friend. He has helped to change a small piece of us for the better. Not everyone can handle the trip up to Crooked, whether it be physically or mentally. This trip brings out work ethic that can't really be explained, but only experienced. 1972 was Mick's first trip up to the Boundary Waters Canoe Area, before it was even called the BWCAW. Back then, you could motor into God's country, but in 1984, on this specific lake, motors were banned. But that never stopped Mick from making the trek up in canoes, only missing a handful of years since 1972, most missed due to serving in the military.
But you shot a lot of the rapids, and there was one they called the chute, and that's where most people dumped, and that's where I dumped.
How was going down the rapids with a motor?
You had to go faster than the current to be able to maneuver. So in that 17 horse, you're going down the rapids, full bore, and then take a 90.
Here's a taste of why Mick continues to come back year after year, even after 50 of them.
Jake.
Although Mick isn't finished, he still loves a good sauna. So much so, he even laid on the rocks once. Crazy, I know, but he can say that he did it. He even has the scars to prove it. This was definitely a first for a canoe trip with Mick, but I'm guessing this was the cleanest crew in all those 50 years. This will probably become a staple for the years to come.
Told to get. I went right by the shopping list.
This is Cajun here? Yeah, that was on one of
It's like, do I look?
Lean over. Yep, there you go.
Or just drop him. Someone else catch her.
Attaboy, Hank.
How big was it?
28 and a half.
I'm up for the angleworm. Yo, this is
video.
As his son Bud says, as long as you can walk and as long as you can get out of that damn canoe, we are coming up here. We will carry you in if we need to. Or fly you.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
January 1st of 1984. But I always remember coming up, and I know I went the next year, but the trip I always remember was I brought Mom home. She was pregnant with Sarah, their first kid. And she was born October 12th. I came up here the first, I don't know, like the 3rd of October, me and Grub. I brought Mom home to her folks. I said, I'm going canoeing. That don't go over very well today, in today's world.
I'm going canoeing.
I'm going camping and canoeing. And then I got home, and then she had the kid the next week.
Oh.
Could you imagine that today's world? And I said, that's not something I'm proud of, but in today's world, it's like, but, oh shit, you ain't fucking due for another week. What the fuck? Take it off for the weekend.